people who didn't vote. Are you happy now? Right? And I didn't vote, and I think the question is like, was that a mistake? Was that a mistake? I'm not gonna just make this about an individual. This is a systemic thing, and I'm not just because Trump won and he represents theoretically a part of politics doesn't mean that the government as a whole is a thing for me to still believe in. You know, historically even speaking, you know, people who die for us to get the ability to vote, like, I think they did do that, right? They died for us to get the ability to vote, but I think it's twofold with that as well. I think they were fighting for something that they, up until that point, must have believed in. Like, well, surely if blacks can vote, well, we can have an influence on how blacks are treated, right? Like, we can have an influence on the policies that affect us, right? And I mean, that's a fair thing to feel or believe and to fight for, but I don't feel like that's true. Maybe it was once true, but it's not true to me today. I don't know if it's ever been true. I think they've always moved the goalposts for black people in this country. They always have. And we talked about that a little bit in our last pod. It doesn't matter what you achieve and what you do or how far you go, they're always moving the goalposts. You think you've made it into the same building with them, and then they'll evacuate the building and go somewhere else, right? I also think the other side of, you know, those who came before us and who fought for these rights for us is that we should have, based on what they fought for, we should have the ability to choose whether we want to use it. I think having it should be a fundamental right. Whether you use it or not should also be a right. What's up, y'all? Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Do all of that. Help your girl out. Share it to your auntie. You know what I'm saying? I ain't here doozies. Peace.